by Pragati Surekha, psychologist. Thank you so much, ma'am, for connecting with us. How do you see the horror in Ghaziabad involving minors addicted to this online game?
Actually, what it shows is a very grave lapse in society. What it shows is young children are looking for external validation. They are not getting that validation at home. Now, what happens is usually with the children, they have a lot to say. But what they tend to hear is, don't do this. Let's say if we look at online gaming, a lot of times conflict situation arises because parents and children are not on the same page, or other stakeholders in a child's development, whether it's school authorities, whether it's community, don't do this, don't do that. So for children, there is a lot of conflict which tends to happen. So because of this conflict, they feel very weak. A lot of times they don't know, they don't have any emotional ability, nor are they aware of resources that they can use to take charge of situation. So what happens is they start looking at things that will distract them from their problems. What they do is they get into gaming, they try and distract themselves with substance misuse or in ways which are high risk activities. When it comes to online gaming, there's so much addiction that children just do what it tells them to do. So unfortunately, lack of resources, when they witness or suffer violence or domestic abuse, or there is high conflict or stress in their environment, children become vulnerable to adverse mental health situations.
And what, according to you, makes children do this, and what are the early signs that can be identified and picked up by the parents?
Yes. So some of the early signs to watch out for is your child saying something? Let's say the child is asking for something. What kind of message are you giving your child? When you say don't do this, what's happening to the child? Is the child screaming? Is the child listening to you? Is the child interpreting your message as that they are not good enough? So it's very, very important to pay close attention to the body language of children. How is it? Are they looking sad? Are they looking vulnerable? Is something feeling amiss? So if we look very carefully before something big happens, there are a lot of warning signs. So let us see some of the risk factors that parents and others can look out for. One is loss of a loved one. Has there been a recent death, divorce, or any kind of change of school or environment that the child is going through? Has the friend circle changed? Has there been loss of any kind that the child is facing? Parents need to be aware of that. Secondly, is there any bullying happening in person or online? Third is, have they witnessed something that they are uncomfortable about? Some kind of abuse, domestic abuse, or any kind of abuse of others in their community that they are uncomfortable, or the secret is becoming too heavy for them to hold. Then there is financial instability. Is the family going through some kind of financial difficulty? Has there been, and the last one, has there been a suicide in their friend group or someone known to them? Are they watching something which is related to suicides? These are some of the common risk factors that parents can actually pay attention to. One more thing is, what I have seen in my years of practice is children often ask for help. That I need to talk to someone because I'm not feeling good. Parents tend to brush it off because of the stigma. Even teachers sometimes do tend to feel that the child is hyping up. But now the good news is everyone is aware, and I urge everyone, if a child is asking for help, please ensure that that help is given to the child.
And what should parents do to counter this aggressive behavior? Because these days we see a lot of children being addicted to the online gaming.
What parents need to know is when they are saying no to something, explain it to the child. Thinking that it's teenage drama doesn't help. Let's say a child is making statements like, I don't care anymore, nothing matters. So many adolescents who attempt suicide, research has shown that they tell their parents ahead of time in some way, that they indicate that their self-worth is actually low, that they are not able to cope up with normal life situations. So children do tend to give that signal. Secondly, pay complete attention. Respond with empathy. Like if they say something and you're not understanding, switch your phone off, even if there is a deadline. Sit and try and sit for 5 minutes and talk to them. The way you and I are talking right now, that's what helps, children, where there is no other distraction, there is no other noise. So then parents would be able to respond with empathy and understanding.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you so much, ma'am, for connecting with us. Please go on.
About what is really happening, go to the emergency department of any hospital. They are very equipped to deal with an mental health situation which needs immediate attention.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for connecting with us and bringing your perspective on this. We are more